Did you just call a man that I swore in, a super honorable like this, on the floor of the house, you called him small?
My apologies. I think I corrected myself by saying this for
man. Honorable don't Bajel. A whole honorable. Do you know what this man has been serving in the house? Where were you in 2017?
I'm very sorry.
Where were you in 2018? When Honorable Follow went to defend this house in Rwanda, where were you?
As at 2021, statistics shows us on macro trend that almost 23 million youths are still left unemployed. So what exactly are we saying? The NY is supposed to bring a land full of opportunities, and still many of our youth are still unemployed. So what day are we trying to achieve? Mr. Speaker, the unity of NYSC is to develop capacity, human capacity development. Yes. To foster national unity, you put it in national development. And how will NYSC create a cement factory? Is NYSC funded to establish a public company?
Information overruled. You lack decorum and dexterity and sense of the house. I hear you speak when you are not given permission to speak.
If I'm just thinking about it, I'm cringing. It was the worst, my time in camp was the worst 3 weeks of my life ever.
Hello, Peter, before NYSC, did you live or work?
My powerful speaker, it's interesting to know that NYSC has not done anything good to me.
Deputy Speaker, I know that you and Honourable Adasa, you have started some relationship that I don't understand.
Then will be the state of this community that depends on this youth to come and help them. I mean, I read the scheme that for humility and service. Some communities wait on these core members.
There is a part of service that I do not like, and that is the PPA. That is where these people go for cheap labor. This is where coppers are vulnerable. This is where coppers really suffer, that PPA. But you see, these 3 weeks, can we just put the training to 3 weeks and then let these people take whatever they want to take, and let's make the money you are giving them for a whole year as a grant or something?
Speakers are suspended from the House of Opinion for the subsequent coming weeks, and you have just about 1, 2 weeks.
Just 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So return to the
to return back to this house. I have spoken. Yes.
Which kind of house do you have to be now? Here now, sitting down, Deputy Speaker. Tell you the last.
Since I've been suspecting this, is when the speaker has been suspended, I discovered that maybe they have 2 parole. They have parole. They are symbol of them, and they have now planned. The house at Philip.
Well, since the Honourable Speaker did not honor the house, the Deputy Speaker can follow in suit. So I'm not surprised.
Maybe for the first time.
Orchestrated the Deputy Speaker speaking now.
You don't know.
It's Nigeria.
That's not possible. No. I believe he's a man of God. That one I cannot agree. He is a man of God. But then,
you don't come. Finally. Deputy Speaker.
Who
beats you? What's going on? Who paid you?
What is it?
I don't know.
Who touched you?
Honourables, can you realize that those core members, they were still at the gate. I don't know how it happened. It was as though they were following my car as I was coming. Why not your car? Why not you sitting? Everything I'm a parrot. It's not live. They talk about something
told me to drive in early this morning. Maybe that was why they did not catch you. They don't shoot.
My deputy speaker, what is their problem saying? I don't understand.
What do they see? They are easy.
Well, what is it between them agitating? That particular matter is what I am yet to figure out. Because all they were doing when they accosted me, because it remains what they just.
I hope they did not bust your tire.
Thank God for the anointing of God that is working upon my speaker.
Oh, that's true. That's my well, let me say this. I said it last week, and as Agbalagba as we are too, we fought and we left this place last week. I think this matter should be actually dealt with. Whatever we did last week seems not to be enough to take care of this matter. We really need to take a bigger step, a bolder step, and discuss this matter and trash it.
Honestly, I think we need to really take this matter to a concluding end. You need to see finish. You need to see finish. You should have your spirit on the table.
Why should we not scrap it? Why? So what is it needed for?
See what is on ground already. See what is on ground already.
Àwọn ọmọ yẹn máa tó ná gbogbo yín. Ẹ má scrap ẹ̀.
Before you comment, at least you first of all want us to acknowledge those that are feeding us online.
Right.
You know that we are not seated here all alone. So you know. With this, we are saying that you are welcome to House of Opinion with TFK. And you know that that T stands for truth, the F stands for God, and of course the K stands for knowledge.
Yeah.
And you know that whensoever we gather like this in the House of Opinion, we are here to speak wisdom.
To come and
We are here
to come and
to speak wisdom. To you by Kingswell, CAC Kingswell, 2K and Nigeria, the Transformation Initiative, and of course Kingswell Prayer Ministries, UK and Nigeria. And of course, you know, we can see us and you can watch us live on YouTube at Kingswell TV. Today,
right,
you heard the matter. I feel so frustrated and so angry in my mind. I was boiling. See, they took off this wig from my head. You know, baby, if not because of the working of the Holy
Ghost. Be calm. You are not a young man again.
Àgbà tí òbínú lọmọ ẹ pọ̀.
Wọ́n máa ní pé àgbà tó bá ti jẹ àjẹ ìwé yìí. Tó bá yìí àgbà yẹn délé.
That's true.
That's how they are saying it that time. Fine. Explain what you just. What I was saying now. See, you know, we are the one at the end of life. Yes. These people, we need to look critically into their matter and give them what belongs to them.
Yes.
Okay. As the matter stands, because as we open the floor for debate and discussion, one of them told me in my hearing, like it came to my hearing, amidst all the noise that surrounded me that this particular moment.
Yes, you are.
And
Well,
I'm still speaking.
Yes, you are. Keep
Do you realize? Yeah.
that.
Very good. Honourable, I didn't give you the permission to speak.
Apology.
Honourable, remain standing while we go on a very, very short break right now. And by the time we return, it is time to now discuss fully what it is that should be done for the core members. Should it actually be scrapped, the NYSC scheme? Should it remain? See, this matter actually needs to be discussed and flashed out fully because today must not happen again. And of course, because I have the interest of the honourables at heart, wouldn't want such a thing to repeat itself to them.
Yes.
All right?
Obvious.
You get.
Obvious.
For the very short break, we will be right back.
Anywhere.
Right, you are welcome back from that very short break, and of course, that was Great Nation by Timmy Dakolo. Yes, we are advocating for a great nation where everyone can dwell together in peace and in unity. And of course, today we are discussing the topic NYSC, National Youth Service Corp. Should it be scrapped or should it remain? And that is the reason Honourable Tolu is still standing right now, because he has been disturbing the house right before we even started the whole program. Imagine. But anyways, just take your seat as we proceed.
Thank you, my deputy speaker.
Thank you
for showing your power.
We know that Honourable Tolu sometimes used to
Don't know why you
move beyond his boundary. But anyway, for fair hearing.
All right, very, very good. Thank you so very much. Thank you for acknowledging my benevolence and large-heartedness in forgiving this man. The honorable Tolu. Anyways, as we proceed, NYSC, it has been a very major cause of concern to the economy. It has been a very major cause of concern, even to parents. It has been a very major cause of concern to the communities and people, both the elites and those that are in the grassroots. It's been a very major cause of concern. So, what would you say, Honourable Faris, about that?
I still remain on my point. Still following the existing protocol in the House, our suspended speaker in absentia, we salute you. The anointed speaker will salute you. And fellow honourables, I greet you as well. I still remain on my point, my deputy speaker, that this NYSC we are talking about should not be scrapped. In this part of the world, there is this saying that used to say that this NYSC should not be scrapped.
Give a proverb right now. Did you acknowledge the elders?
I acknowledge the elder, my powerful deputy speaker, by stating that it's the elder that I reference the elder. I say.
How many is your age?
Let me make my point in order not to digress and misinform our audience. As I was saying, cutting off the head is not the solution for headache.
Now this honorable sitting here are talking about insecurity. That's the reason why NYSC should be scrapped. Why will you scrap NYSC because of insecurity? You will remember very well. Sometimes I think during the former President Jonathan regime, there are some Boko Haram member enter one secondary school in Maiduguri, in Borno State, Chibok, that they kidnap some students. And those students are the NYSC core member. So if you are saying we should scrap NYSC because of insecurity, because this core member are not secure, it's just like pardon me, my powerful speaker, because there is a saying Yoruba man there are something that you want to express that you won't see the exact word, but proverb we help you make it better. Okay. You get it? So
point of information, Mr. Speaker.
Insecurity is not a strong reason enough. I mean, these people before they go for NYSC.
Point of information, Mr. Speaker.
Point of information of state. So are you saying, Honourable Fire, now that the matter of insecurity is a no?
Yes, and that
issue. Yes. It does not have.
Are we saying that it's only members?
I haven't given you the permission to speak.
I'm sorry if I needed to say that.
Very good. Honourable Tony, you gave points of information the other time. Go ahead.
Well, let me say this that I will stay on the existing protocol that Honourable Fari started on. He said that the elder said something. So I will talk about something that the elders also said. And I will start from this end that a matter cannot be yours and the judgment you put on it will not be right. So I will start on this wise that let me say to you that if one of the people that you are talking about that is affected by this insecurity we are talking about is your family member, would you still allow the person to go? Well, that's not where the question. That is not that is a rhetorical question. I just wanted to pose that to you. But my honourable speaker, it is good that we note this, that one of the very core objectives of the NYSC scheme, according to the full statement, Nigerian Youth Service Corp, I checked for the meaning of corps in the dictionary, and it said that this is a group of special duty individuals who have a specific responsibility. But the question in this country is that what is the responsibility of Youth Service Corp in Nigeria? What is the exact responsibility that these people carry out? It is them that work in the industry. It is them that work as teachers. It is them that work as organers. It is them that will go to CDS. It is them that are doing all kinds of responsibility in the community. So what are you telling me exactly? They don't have any distinctiveness that is approved with them because they are all. Thank you.
Telling me that the core member does not have special duty. Are we forgetting that? See, as Nigeria is it now, and the issue of election in Nigeria can only be divided into two eras. Okay. We have post-core era and we have pre-core era. We know that in 2011, before the core member have been drafted as an adult staff in the national electoral process, we see how the election results in Nigeria, how the conduct of the election was. We see how civil servants collect bribe to manipulate our electionary system. Now let's look at it from 2011 up to now. When the core member have been drafted into the electionary process in Nigeria in special duty. And let me inform Minister Honourable City, Honourable Tolu, because I know if it most
point of order, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker.
The NYSC
put yourself into serious order. Put yourself into serious order. Do not turn my house into a house of confusion and cannibalism. Do you understand what I'm saying? Am I the shame before?
My powerful speaker. Do you know that recently the Director General of NYSC launched a scheme called Rural Health, in which this core member, there was some special people. People in marginalized communities, in rural communities, on provision of health services.
Point of information.
Honourable Fire, thank you. Now, are you trying to say that with what the DG has done, that there is still a progressive work on that?
NYSC is a work in progress. The development have been brought in place with the current realities of things.
Thank you.
Hello.
Who is that?
Honourable Speaker, you're welcome, sir.
Let me talking. Let me talking. What is happening here?
Honourables, allow me to attend to this matter duly, because I could very much remember that I was the one, according to the power vested on me as the deputy speaker, that we carried out the suspension vote concerning suspended deputy speaker. So I am very much surprised and elated and about the reason for
Point of order, Mr. Speaker. Point of order, Mr. Speaker. Point of order, Mr. Speaker. Yes, I duly recognize you as Mr. Speaker, Mr. Acting Speaker, and I am not against your suspension. But under what audacity will this program continue without checking and allowing me come in the honourable? Ṣé double suspension left fún mi ni? I know you suspended me as a speaker, and you also suspended me as a honourable. I have been around this house. I only use the power to be invisible. And I was thinking that ọpọlọ yín máa gbé enough, your head will be correct enough, Mr. Acting Speaker. You will be sensible enough. You will have sense enough to first of all check if I am in the house. You only suspended me as a speaker. I am not suspended as a honourable. So you need to be clear. Am I suspended on both to Gowon? Over to you, Mr. Acting Speaker.
Came late to the meeting.
Honourables, listen.
Ẹjọ́, kí ni Mrs. Speaker yẹn sọ o? What is Mrs. Speaker yẹn saying?
I am still trying to not over your suspension.
Probable suspended speaker. I would not want to overrule the fact that yes, you are actually suspended. According to the constitution that is guiding this House of Opinion, section 28, subsection 542B, the B part. But according to the that you asked, I would not want to accept or agree with the fact that you were actually, in a way, bringing some words that are not meant to be in this house. You are trying to use it for us.
Mr. Acting Speaker, Emma waste time away here. The question is, have you suspended me as a speaker and as a honourable? Osha, you want to take this position. Am I suspended as a speaker and as an honourable? Ejamo.
Powerful deputy speaker. I think Yorùbá bọ̀ àwọn àgbà bọ̀ wọ́n ní a kì í bomi sẹ́nu fẹ́ náà. Pátápátá la sì ń fọ́jú. Ọ̀gùnàkùnà báyìí là á dẹ́tẹ̀. Orí ọ̀fọ́ ìfọ́tọ́ ìjà ló máa ń dẹ́tẹ̀.
I do make you recognition in this house.
Point of information.
I'm not trying to bring this.
Point of information. Honourable.
Hey. Deputy Speaker. Mo mọ̀ pé we use money mọ̀ ṣe ẹ̀ níṣẹ́. Ṣé orí house yẹn bó ṣe rí how your house is reading rádaràda tí o jẹ́ ká gbọ́ àwọn èèyàn. Okay, anyway, by the power I'm no longer the speaker. I forgot it. I wanted to say by the power conferred on me, I forgot it. Ẹ jẹ́ àgbọ̀n tí Honourable Peter ń sọ. Honourable Peter sọ̀rọ̀. So mo mọ̀ pé I know that you've been going around to some pastors to pray so that you too can get these positions. Oh yeah, what are you saying? Am I suspended as speaker and honourable or only as a speaker? Ejabo.
Actually, what I'm trying to say on this matter is that you are suspended as a speaker of the house. And as a matter of fact, it will not be too good if you are coming up now for sure, because you are still in suspension. You are supposed to still stay back the stage.
Honourable Peter, èyí ni mo ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mọ̀ pé o ò mọ̀wé o ò ní làákàyè kò sí nǹkan tó mọ̀. Èyí ni mo ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mọ̀. Honourable Peter, o ò mọ̀wé o ní kankan. Torí tẹ́ ẹ bá mọ̀ nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ ṣe ni. Your suspension yẹ kó clear. I am first a honourable before I am a speaker.
Àwọn tí wọ́n ṣe mass. Well, I'm suspended speaker. I'm only pitying you because the issue we are discussing today, if you don't allow us to finish this issue, by the time you call me, see, our deputy speaker today is your anointing that saved him. I don't know what the comment about will do to you by the time you come. So you better allow us.
So, deputy speaker, in a nutshell, agbára ń gùn ẹ́. Show me, am I suspended as a speaker and as a honourable, so that I can leave this house for you? I am ready to leave this house. But listen, tí n bá padà dé, when I come back, when I come back, just know that immediately I appear your suspension. This is not are you not the one that is supporting the bill that they should pass LGBT bill in the UK? Are you not the person sponsoring that bill? That question, and here we know you now. Now in the UK, we saw the bill you spent that LGBTQ should be taught in all secondary schools. Ọlọ́run nígbà fún yín o. Ọlọ́run nígbà fún yín. Deputy speaker, please tell me, am I suspended as a speaker and as honourable? Let me know.
How about you, suspended speaker? As you can see that I am intentionally emphasizing on the word suspended speaker. But it wasn't stated in the constitution that the speaker has been, once he has been suspended from being a speaker, it's not that he cannot contribute to some matters that pertains to the house. According to the constitution guiding the house of opinion. So, you were not suspended from being an honourable. You were only suspended from being the speaker of the house.
That means that I can partake in this discussion here.
Yes. You know what you hear, sir?
Honourable, sir.
Auntie Pepper, respect me. I'm telling you. Tell you what I'm honourable of the house. Think you are. It's not your fault. She has not done NYSC. That's why. Honourable, that's right. She has not done NYSC. Honourable, when you get to my stage, come back and talk to me. Honourable, I'm ready to defend you.
Àṣírí ti tú, ọ̀rẹ́bọ̀rẹ́sà, ìgbà tí Tolú pè é ní pẹ́ẹ́lẹ́ yẹn, òun bínú, speaker ò tiẹ̀ respect yẹn, ó ní Alẹ́sà ṣe àṣírí ti tú o, Alẹ́sà ìdè, ọlọ́bìtọ́lú dábìlò, Alẹ́sà ìdè. Honourable Adebayo, Adedeji. Oh my God. Ibola too wide. Honourable, over to you. Eva
Blood pressure. I'll send that to Now, as the matter stands, we are talking about the core members. Should it be scrapped? Because one of the conversations I had with one of the ones that had sense amongst those guys that came to accost me while I was on my way, he said that there was a time that in a particular year there were about more than 500 deaths of core members of confident parts in their homes.
My deputy speaker, let me corroborate what you say.
Honourables, let me learn. Honourable Barry, let me learn. He continued and said that there were more than 700 kidnap cases that was experienced during the same year.
No cases. No cases. Exactly. That is the one we see on record.
Now,
that is what we see on record.
Honourable, I haven't given the access to speak. Now, Honourable Barry, what is your point concerning that?
Thank you, my deputy speaker. My deputy speaker, please, before I proceed, asking.
Observation, Mr. Speaker. Observation, Mr. Speaker. Observation, Mr. Speaker. Observation, Mr. Speaker. Observation, Mr. Speaker.
Observation, Mr. Speaker. What do you have to say?
Oshe, Deputy Speaker, tí o gbọ́.
Not suspended speaker.
Honourable.
See, not because you are wearing white here. Because you are wearing white here. So,
observation. Honourable Tolu jẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀. Now that you have not suspended me, so I can talk. Mi ẹ̀ lè gbádùn mi house ilé mi. Ẹ ti ṣe mistake. Mistake yẹn kan tẹ́ ẹ ṣe ni pé ẹ ti pass law. You the only suspended as a speaker, not honourable. So ẹ lè gbádùn mi house ilé mi. So yín ti bá yín. I will show you when I was honourable in Oniwaya High School. When I was honourable in Olivet Baptist High School, when I was honourable, when I was honourable in Yaba Tech, in where I spent, when I was honourable in Federal University of Technology Yakubu, when I was honourable in Christ Apostolic Church Itimu, when I was honourable. Now, NYSC Deputy Speaker Honourable Adasa Joko show ní courtesy. Deputy Speaker, you lack courtesy. Báwo ni obìnrin kan ṣe máa wà ní house tẹ̀tẹ̀ máa ní kó dìde dúró? Ó lè jẹ́ pé kò gba tèmi, mo ti ní kó máa rojú mi regularly, kò gba tèmi, ó ń bá mi jà, ó jẹ́ kí n jà kú. Deputy Speaker, ẹ máa ṣe bí ẹni tá a expose àtẹni tó ní courtesy. Ẹ jẹ́ kó bí ọ̀rìn jókòó. Ẹ jẹ́ kí ọ̀rìn ó jókòó. Under Article 44, subsection 56, section B. Ó sọ wípé anywhere a woman appear among men, she should be respected. Olódò ní Deputy Speaker, ẹ jẹ́ kó jókòó. I invoke that law, let Honourable Adasa sit down.
My speaker.
Yes. You still the speaker of this house, you realize that?
Acting speaker.
Hello.
Ti di yan pọnyán ní báyìí o.
Honourable Tolu mi ò gbọ́. Honourable Tolu wait, everybody calm down. What did Honourable Adasa say? Kí ló sọ?
Wọ́n ní nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe ìrẹ̀lẹ̀ tó wá máa tó wọ́n máa síta. Wọ́n ti ṣe. Deputy Speaker, what do you Deputy Speaker?
You know what Honourable Fari, you know what I observed? What I observed is that the DG of NYSC, even when Corona was on and there was no room for people to travel, wọ́n sì ṣe NYSC ọ̀sẹ̀ mẹ́ta so that owó màálù they will collect it, owó kaki they will collect it, though they no allow the children to stay for long but they still collected the money. Mama, I'm going somewhere now. When the bill was submitted to me as the Speaker of the House of Opinion, I saw some signatures in it that supported that bill. And he believe pé Honourable Deputy Speaker àti Honourable Adasa àwọn náà gba contract buying of guns and buying of khaki senators in the house.
My Honourable Femi, see on this matter, I retrieve my word. All this for this statement. I'm behind you.
So reason why the commons are dying is because some of our senators and House of Assembly members in Nigeria are collecting contracts. They are collecting contracts. They are collecting contracts. Over to you, Deputy Speaker. Tell us the reason why this should not be scrapped.
Maybe it's not collecting the contract of the uniform. I don't know.
Honourable.
God, you see him sitting in the house, always pressing for making call.
Honourable Barry. Do you know that this allegation that was raised against the acting speaker of this house, which I am, and against Honourable Adasa?
We didn't know.
It is not substantial enough.
We are debunking.
I should debunk you. But I will not want to start on that.
There's no point.
There is no evidence.
There's another thing that has to do with another state.
Point of information. Honourable Barry. Point of information. I remember. I read it.
Thank you, my Bible speaker. You are ready to point what suspended speaker.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker. Point of order, Mr. Deputy Speaker. Point of order, Acting Speaker. Point of order. Point of order. Point of order.
Honourable Femi. Honourable Femi, put yourself in the seat of on this matter. You must stop. I want to go talk.
Order. Thank you, sir. Honourable, sorry.
Honourable.
Deputy Speaker, and Acting Speaker. Do I have the floor?
Yes, you do.
No, you don't. Honourable Fire still has the floor. Honourable Fire, proceed with your points.
You are saying that we've had cases of 4 members having accident and died and being kidnapped because of insecurity. Well, I still maintain my point that is not enough justification to scrap this scheme. I remember when I was a student in the best University of Technology in Nigeria, Federal University of Technology. I remember one Saturday morning that some students were going to Ibadan for a particular event. I can't really remember when it was. They have now moved up to 30 minutes drive from the university campus. They had an accident and almost all of them died. Can we say that's enough justification for us to scrap university educational system in Nigeria? We have read cases of students going home on break, they have accidents and died. Can we say that's enough justification?
Point of information, Mr.
Point of information, Mr. Speaker.
This is my point, that because these things are happening, these are issues that government should treat entirely outside the system. These are not enough justification.
Point of information.
Honourable Fire, thank you for that point. So, Honourable Peter, you raise a point of information.
Yes.
Make it express and known to the house.
You know, the Honourable Fire was talking about, was trying to compare the numbers.
Honourable Peter, tálẹ̀ mi ní ẹni wàá bá sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn sí mi. Àbí kí ló ṣe?
Honourable.
Thank you. Thank you, Speaker. What I'm saying in essence is that Honourable Fire was trying to compare.
Honourable Peter, pàṣẹ ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn sí mi. O ti gba point of information. Wàá tó pàṣẹ sí mi ní. O ti gbàgbé bá ṣe máa ń ṣe ní.
Mr. Deputy Speaker,
I'm with you. I'm with you. But on this matter, please let me make my point.
you suspend him as honourable.
No.
Honourable Tolu, make sure you win. Okay, Deputy Speaker jẹ́ kí n sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́. Make sure you win. Make sure you win point of information and pass it to me. Honourable Tolu, don't forget. Over, continue.
And this kind of chaotic environment, I don't think I want to waste my time. I'm leaving this house.
Honourable Fire. Nobody steps out of
Point of information.
I say this show is over.
Point of information.
My deputy still speaking.
Coordinate your house.
Honourables, I am still speaking. Now, Honourable Peter, you were about to make a point the other time before Honourable Femi, entered into the discussion that wasn't given to him or granted him. So, Honourable Peter, go ahead. And I do not want to hear any unnecessary interjection from any honourable in this house right now.
We making a team. Our acting speaker in this house.
Honourable Tolu,
they just open your mouth now.
shout it out. Honourable Tolu, Bangwe fila wele. Bangwe.
Another one is the cap on the table.
It's not your cap, but I'll put it down. Shout out your cap.
The speaker that collected the from the suspension.
Not go back. That Honourable Femi that is giving you moral support. That's what you do. I will also by the power vested on me as the acting speaker of the House of Opinion. We cannot allow corruption in this house. Corruption has been the order of the day. We cannot allow it. Honourable Toluya, viewers, talk online. Talk online.
My deputy speaker, please, on this topic, you have to temper justice.
So you're sending me out. You're sending me out.
Point of order, Mr. Acting Speaker. Point of order, Mr. Acting Speaker. Point of order, Mr. Acting Speaker.
Point of order sustained.
Thank you. Article 48, subsection 524, line B, says that any honourable that is a leading pastor of a ministry cannot be sent out of the house by a younger pastor in the ministry. Open your constitution. Open your constitution. Open your constitution. I can't even hear you. I can't even hear you. I can't even hear you.
You cannot hear me. Honourable Femi, did you realize? Did you realize? Because you the first part of that line B of that article.
Please complete it for him.
The remaining part of that part of the Constitution states that unless he is becoming a nuisance in the house.
Yes.
No. That rule line says Koti Bagbeni. Honourable Peter, let me talk, Honourable Peter, because I told you to allow me, you didn't allow me. Hear me. Kilo sọ wípé. Yes, listen to me. I have the floor. Honourable Fare, I have the floor. I have the floor. Èwo ló wá sọ wípé. I have the floor. Can I talk? Honourable Fare, Deputy Speaker, Honourable Fare is disrespecting me. I have the floor. Honourable Fare is disrespecting me. I have the floor. Honourable Fare is disrespecting me. I have the floor.
Honourable Femi.
Honourable Fare, I have the floor. Can I finish my law?
Complete that part of that law that you actually edited and added your own self that is not in the general constitution that is guiding this House of Opinion.
I beg you differ. Honourable Femi is saying is correct.
I
allow him to complete in our hands.
Honourable Peter, just wait. Honourable Peter, just wait. Deputy Speaker, yóò mọṣẹ́ ẹ̀jẹ̀ nǹkan níṣẹ́. Ó ti wá gbà pé ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn wá sọ wípé are you ready for this?
Yes, continue.
Ta ló lélẹ́yìí? Touch not my anointed. Touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. Touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. Deputy Speaker, respond to that. Do we have that law in our constitution?
105 subsection 15B.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable Deputy Speaker, by that law, I am invoking it. Honourable Tolu, because he's an anointed man, returns to the house.
Given a point of order and point of information to Honourable Fare. If you are not careful, I will grant you a suspension notice until
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I only have to go down to it. Number one is Mr. Speaker. Femi has made his intention known that he's only here to disturb this house. And we have their main issue on the table that we need to finalize today. See, it is let's be if they don't understand we pay ransom.
Even if they kidnap him, it will be as a result of what is happening.
My deputy speaker.
Let's call it spade a spade.
So that we can conclude this issue matter today. Tamper justice best by reinstating the honorable setup. So that we can have a fair hearing and conclude this.
Not constitutionally, he has to be reformed. Constitutionally, he has to be reformed.
Touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. Respond to that law that I invoked. Deputy Speaker, respond to that.
No be you go tell me wetin I go talk. Honourable Femi, no be you go tell me wetin I go talk.
Oh yeah, talk.
Honourables in the house that are seated here with me in the house. Now, with what Honourable Fani said, are we honourable are voting for him to be reinstated?
You Honourable Speaker, point of order. Point of order, Honourable Deputy Speaker. Point of order. You cannot put this to a vote. You cannot put this to a vote. I have invoked a constitution. You cannot put it to a vote. You cannot put it to a vote. I have invoked a constitution. Touch God my anointed and do my prophet no harm. I am talking, you are talking. So right here, I am talking, you are talking.
Just take one step out of this house.
Suspend him officially.
Honourable Femi, just take one step. Honourable others sọ́ra rẹ gidi.
Ó máa sọ́ra ẹ nígbà tí bẹ́ẹ̀sẹ̀ dílé bẹ́ẹ̀ tí ìráyè sọ ìgbà yóò ní sọ́ra rẹ̀.
Honourables, because of the majority that we have in the vote, now Honourable Tolu, they have considered you and they have pleaded for mercy on your behalf.
I refuse to accept that vote. I cannot stay in a house and a vote. When a constitution is invoked, you don't need to vote. I have put you to order that touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. Honourable Tolu is an anointed honourable. Orí ọ̀fẹ́ wà lórí ẹ̀, anointing wà lórí ẹ̀. Ṣé ti first square, ó ti ṣe ti king's rep, anointing pọ̀ lórí ẹ̀. Nítorí yẹn, I have invoked that one. Bring it back. We need to vote more. But you are driving me away. You can continue your show. I have helped you. Honourable Fani, and here you cannot become a speaker as long as I am alive. Èrèmí lọ́wọ́ Ọbásanjọ́. When Ọbásanjọ́ tried to do third term, I'm a better share. Now, put it up. Here I am everybody.
To this house, that Honourable Femi has to be locked out of this house. Please use the key for him. You should not enter this house until this show is over. Honourable Tolu, because of the votes that we have and because it favors you in the majority, now let's take a step forward and come inside back and join the house as we begin to bring a consistent and conclusive
Àṣẹ ló sọ̀rọ̀, òróró ló sọ̀rọ̀, ẹgbọ́n. If you have oil, you have it. Then if you don't have, you don't have it. And if you don't have it, forget it.
Honourables, kò ní shock me. Bó bá di next week, bí any of the core members tó bá kàn á decide láti wá gbé yín, wọ́n ṣe gbé mi lónìí. How they just carried me today was it took the anointing. And because I also smelled that my powerful speaker is in the house. Farabale is in the
You did not notice that the anointing did not work for him. They see that it's because of a rebellious act. And
I'm not going to assume what you're talking about. Let's see on this NYSC.
Let me go.
Here's your point. Now, why should they be scrapped?
Thank you, my honourable deputy speaker. speaker of this house, I'll just give these 2 or 3 points for you to know that this NYSC of a thing should be scrapped. Honourable was trying to compare the numbers of accidents maybe by maybe students. Because of that, it's not enough for an institution to be shut down. But looking at the fact that the way these core members are being posted to far places, making life uncomfortable for them. Only for them to deploy. You will see someone that is at school in Ondo State, and by the time it will be sent on, maybe it will be posted for his NYSC whatever. It will be sent to far out. They have never been to it. So the worst part of it is that there is no appropriate good provision for them that will give them a environment for them to live and enjoy what they are going
to. Now, Honourable Peter, I get your point that they will be transferred to or deployed to a place that is not conducive.
That is not conducive.
Now, I could very much remember. Now you have to defend this, Honourable Paye, Honourable.
Wait, let me complete my point.
Honourable Peter, you want to insult my authority? Now, I don't remember about a 4 member speaking to me after he was done with the service here. That where he was, if he wants to make any call with his family members, he would have to climb up to a mountain in order to look for network.
If I want to pray, let me know I want to go and pray. Which one is not fall on the mountain?
Let me tell you.
Thank you so much. I was saying that they transfer them to places that are uncomfortable.
So okay.
I want to ask
the bedroom boys. That's why we have us on.
How do you know what they call bedroom boys?
For the year. It's English. It's English. That's why we walk all over.
This guy is trying Okay, continue.
I have a question. It's a step question to Mr. Peter.
That's why.
I call you to order. Who is the pastor? Who is the pastor?
An uncomfortable environment is he going to accept it?
What information? Let me answer that question. She asked me a question.
Now, this is Honourable they are anointed men. I'm very sure, right from their childhood, they have diverse camping experience. I'm putting it to them. Those camps where they go to go and pray. How comfortable is the camp over there?
They don't know that.
Any of your camp.
Point of the foundation is that now, point of information, Mr. Speaker.
They need to be located in an environment that
point of information, Mr. Speaker. Point of information. I have now.
Wait, hold your point. Now, what do you have to say about
I need to react to what they just said. It is a matter of disgusting statement that he just uttered. And every act of camping experience was a voluntary action. We decided of our own accord. But that is not where I'm going. That's not where I'm going. Where I'm going to is very important, and I need to keep this on the head. Now, just last year, 2022, we were told that the old director general of the NYSC, the Nigeria Youth Service Corp, a Vanguard paper put it out in I think it was November 21st. It happened in November 21st that they sacked the director general. Do you know what they say happened to him? It was an indiscipline.
Point of order, Mr.
Now, let me tell you where I'm going to. where I'm going to is the fact that even if they did, how exactly did the board not understand someone that came from among them? One of the things that they said is that he is not adept enough to know the things that are needed for people that are coming to us. And I'm wondering, if the head of not want to do,
now let me ask you one question. I know this Honourable, he finished from one school like that. Honourable, I'm ashamed that me and you share the same mama. Now I want to put him. When I remember, this university called Futa. When Futa came to Akure, the school was located in a place that is highly isolated from the city. Now I'm putting it on the table again. We know the NYSC orientation camp in Yanopaja. I'm asking him, putting it on the table. When this camp was located in Yanopaja, how developed for this area?
Point of information
that brought development to this area.
And it
I
is
was
so.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Omunabende was a rural community in Abia State. As a result, because of the NYSC camp, you can see the fast pace of development that came across this place. Now, I'm saying this, I'm having this as a people of this place. Now, some of you are saying the NYSC camp is this, the NYSC camp is that. Now, me and my acting speaker.
Point of information, Mr. Speaker.
I have visited some hostel in Nigerian university. You will be disappointed that some of these NYSC camp is even better than some.
Yes.
Now they collect more money. They collect more money. Yes, they do. But let me tell you this. I have raised it twice. But point of information.
Did not raise a point of information that was approved, or granted, or sustained.
Give it to me.
Sorry, my.
Thank you so much.
What's the rule? Give it to me. Give it to me. If I have to collect anything, give it to me. I don't know. Who hired you? I don't know what. And you look for. Point of information. Point of information. Okay, point of information.
Honourable, to speak.
Now, I need to be a more civil person because I found out that a lot of people are shouting.
Deputy Speaker, we cannot hear the lady speaking in your house. We cannot hear the lady speaking in your house. Let's hear her again. Èmi ò sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ o, mo kàn ní kí n sọ fún yín ni o, mi ò ṣe bí Honourable o. Ẹgbẹ̀rún lẹ́ka gbọ́, God the lady in your house say, ẹ jẹ́ àgbọ̀ àwa wo, èmi ti ń lọ tèmi. Let's hear what the lady said again. Àmọ̀ kan tó ṣe ó yá.
No.
You can address me as that suspended speaker. So what I said, I'm going to reiterate it. I said that the reason, like most federal government projects, are situated in areas that can accommodate their projects. You can't expect them to build schools or to build hostels or to build marketplaces in an area that already has buildings or infrastructures already. They have to, considering also the fact that the areas that have infrastructures now were once bushy. There was nothing to write on about.
Point of information.
So this project has to be in an area that can accommodate project.
Point of information sustained.
Point of information. I like I said, I need to be more civil. Thank you for bringing that point to the table. Well, I will say this to back up one of my claims. And one of my claims is that the NYSC scheme is very biased in its working. What do I mean by this? I'm saying this because first things first, how many of the children of our governors, House of Representative members, and even the high placed people of this country have been schooled out of the country? Now, haven't schooled out of the country. Most of these children schooled out of the country. And they come back. Now, please, I was civil when you were talking. Let us not turn this to civil defense. I'm not finished what I'm saying. Now, these people say let it continue because they have a little money to take from it. But then their own children, I experienced a particular one where where the daughter of the governor of the state came to the place, and after 3 days we couldn't see her again. What happened? She just came to mark attendance. I was the CDS coordinator, and my LTI for a whole year made me sign for someone that was never available, and we were signing at every CDS time for somebody who was in another state. His name was not the right thing about it is by I didn't matter it's going. Something popped up in my mind. And let me put it so they for me. Now, in this house, I'm very sure this Honourable Tolu has passed through some of the training of the suspended speaker. You know, the suspended speaker runs a course school of validation where you train people consistently. I'm so disappointed in this Honourable that he did a system thinking and he was unable to apply it. Now, let me put it in the perspective. There is something they call post-order thinking.
ṣé ìsọgbọ́n tó lóòrùn ní àrí ẹlọ́run tó lóòrùn ní orúkọ yẹn.
I'm not saying the suspended speaker, I'm not saying that, but you can see, I think another edition is coming, you can still reapply again so that maybe you can understand better.
Put yourself in serious.
I can't be saying
Honourable Tolu o lè wà lórí ìjókòó o lè gbàgbé pé the kingdom of God sovereign governance and the God taken by force o lè wà lórí ìjókòó èèyàn dẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ sí ẹ kébì wà mẹ́rẹ́lẹ́kù ó máa gba fìlà orí ẹ̀mí how can we speak to you like that Honourable Tolu
considering first order thinking, second order thinking, and what Honourable Femi that I sent out of the room, how he got back inside the room, who gave him the key, who opened the door, who was that person?
One of the people that attended NYSC. They cannot be locked out. If you lock him out, and then we bring him back in.
Honourable Peter ojú the deputy speaker yìí ẹ sọ pé ṣé am I in the house ṣé living house I am only speaking and my voice is thundering like thunder like that of the Almighty. ó ní ohùn Olúwa ó fa igi kẹ́dárì ya. I am not in any single house of deputy speaker. I am only speaking from Mount Seaside. Ohùn mi dẹ̀ ń wọnú house. Kò sí nǹkan tẹ́lẹ̀ ṣe sí. Ohùn mi ni Olúwa ó fa yìí kébárì ya. Òun ló ṣe ń dẹ́rù báyìí. I will advise you just end this show. Ẹ parí show. Ọ̀nà ìbùkọ́ni tó bá tún sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́yìn. Àwọn olùkọ́ máa gbá etí ẹ̀. Ó kàn máa gbá etí ẹ̀ tó bá tún sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́yìn. Deputy Speaker, àṣẹ ni wọ́n pa end this show. Àṣẹ ni. Sọ́rí deputy speaker yìí bí èmi ni tó bí ní èmi tó tírẹ̀nì ẹ̀ ó yẹ tíṣà ló tírẹ̀nì ẹ̀ ní o ó yẹ òbí ẹ̀ ló tírẹ̀nì ẹ̀ ní ẹ̀kú bọ́ọ̀lù kò dìde àṣẹ ni mo bá ilé bọ́ọ̀lù kò dìde ilé ọ̀rẹ́dì bíkà ilé àpá ẹ̀wà ẹ̀dí ọ̀sẹ̀ sílẹ̀ ẹ̀dí ọ̀sẹ̀ sílẹ̀ leave the house for them leave the house for them.
And I'll be surprised if I just be well, nobody be raised around for me this house. See, I have some better things to attend to. Me myself, I'm big this house. I'm big this house. I'm big this house.
Yes, sir. Now, will you also leave the
Àdẹ́sọ̀ lè lọ lẹ́yìn àdẹ́sọ̀ lè lọ NNPC ẹ̀pàná Delta ẹ̀pàná àdẹ́sọ̀ lè lọ láíláí bí òun yẹn tiẹ̀ lọ ó dàbọ̀ ilẹ̀ ṣò but who trained you? Is it your parents or the school? Oh, mọ̀ṣẹ́ house dàrú mọ́ ẹ lọ́wọ́ look at you were running a house and the house was not coordinated. Mr. Speaker, who dey know law school, who no study political science. Who are you, by the way? House in that room alone, you did not know how to control a house. Were you trained at all? Oh, you thought you were alone. I don't know. Anyway, you cannot change it. You accept my suspension is for 1 week. 1 week as a speaker and 1 week as an honourable. By this time next week, I am sitting on my chair and back. Adebayo, just know that you're on suspension. Just know you're on suspension. Honourable sir, wọ́n tiẹ̀ kí ló sọ pé bill weave-on ìwọ́n mọ̀ supply weave-on ti speaker ló yẹ wàá gba contract ni you will get another contract. Tell speaker, oh, you know that you don't have right to sign any contract for this 1 week. You don't have the right to sign any. Má dánwò. Okay, bye bye. Ìjọba ṣe kú ní kẹta yẹn sí. Bye bye.
Speaker, ẹ ṣeun fún gbogbo eléyìí ti sọ. I understand. Now I would want you to realize that all these things that the suspended speaker is doing it because he's about to return to the house next week, this coming Saturday. Because really, I'm trying to consider that and fix my head around that who actually trained this suspended speaker. Was it actually that it was trained from home or by parents? Because we even heard one of the stories saying that he was locked up in the cell for a period of days.
Deputy Speaker, dúró fún mi lọ́rọ̀ sọ. Deputy Speaker, fún mi lọ́rọ̀ sọ tiẹ̀ ti bá ẹ ní sùúrù. Ṣé Deputy Speaker ní sùúrù fún mi lọ́rọ̀ sọ tiẹ̀ ti bá ẹ. Ṣé o fẹ́ tú àṣírí mi pé mo ti sun sẹ́ẹ̀lì rí àbí? Kò sí wàhálà. Pé mo ṣe bad boy rí. You can bring them to the floor of the house. Ọmọ pastor lẹ́yìn ní. So you can bring the floor of the house. Oya topic wo ló fẹ́ gbé jáde láti wá ayé mi? Over to you. Topic wo ló fẹ́ gbé jáde? O fẹ́ pè mí ní tọ̀gàdì bí a sọ̀rọ̀ kí n tọ́.
It is because like the speaker like this, like the suspended speaker, that we want to do the topic next week that who actually trains the child, who builds the child, is it the parents or the teachers or the pastor all super. So that who are doing that, it's on this thing. But I want to remind you, on the 29th oṣù yìí, this 29th, you know, I said that the anointing that is functioning on the head of the speaker, of the suspended speaker. The anointing that is functioning on the suspended speaker. All over, things are very, very potent and very, very powerful. And I think I want all of myself be decided on that way, yeah? Alright? So you get. So that anointing, also pressure, giddy girl, all the flow, giddy girl. So come on the 29th of January, 2023. That go very well. That is 4 p.m. You cannot sit down the phone and if you are not staying at ground. But if you want to travel down here to Akure, we are at Mercy Place. Mercy Place of Peter Junction. Just ask for CAC Kingdom. And remember that this program, Acts of Opinion with TFK, is sponsored by Christ Apostolic Church Kingdom and there's UK and Nigeria Kingdom Ministry, UK and Nigeria. Plus, Lead Transformation Initiative, UK and Nigeria. Alright, but since the other honourables have deserted myself, the powerful acting speaker of concept, honourable actors have been a very strong support system, even though some people are really that they are doing some things under this, but we will let them know that it's actually what you're saying is for good to better. Yeah. Send us over to join us. We're happy to have you enjoy. Guys, all the evening.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Join us by 6 p.m.
Láwọn méjèèjì ibo lẹ́ ń lọ ẹgbẹ́ iṣu.